Hi, hello, how are you? Good morning, happy Monday. Excuse my hair, I just showered so it's drying. I took today off. I have not been sleeping well. I woke up this morning super exhausted, so I took the day off. I worked for half an hour, just long enough to receive my coworker's audit file, reviewed that, uploaded it, and then I texted my boss and I was like, I'm out for the rest of the day. I'm just struggling. So I'm off today, like I said. I am in my bedroom. My boyfriend just took our dog on a walk. So I'm just gonna hang out in here. I need to set up my bullet journal for this week, knit a little bit, and read. I am like 120 pages into A Reaper at the Gates, and I should be like almost 400 pages in. So I definitely need to do some catching up today. Fingers crossed that I can, because I think I'm supposed to be finishing the book tomorrow according to like my schedule. So I definitely need to catch up. Other than reading, knitting, and setting up my bullet journal, I don't have any plans for today. I just want to relax and probably try to go to bed early, and just get a good night's sleep and have a better week. So for now, I am going to go and I will update you guys later. Hello, happy Tuesday. I just got to Starbucks. I'm gonna be working here for a little bit. My landlord is cutting down a tree in our backyard and it's so loud and I can smell the gas from the cutter, so I came here. I'm trying to do this quickly so that I can go inside. But I read 148 pages yesterday. I like redid the math, so now I need to read 111 every day in order to finish on time. I just completely scratched out the 17th. So I can't remember how much I have to catch up on to tonight, but it's a lot less, which makes me feel a lot better. The story is so good. It's just my mental health, my anxiety that's been pretty bad, but I slept okay last night. It took me a long time, but once I did finally fall asleep, I wasn't waking up a bunch, so that is good. And I'm going to go now because somebody just pulled up in front of me, but making progress and having a better day, so I will talk to you guys later. Good morning, happy Wednesday. I've been working in our living room, like at the kitchen table, because they were still like working on the tree and they finished it, and I just wanted to show you how freaking bright it is in this room now. I love it so much, and if we ever have to go back full-time into the office, I'm gonna be so sad to no longer have a window. But it's amazing, and we have this like whole section of our backyard that we can finally start using. We never wanted to go back there because of like the bugs and just how overgrown the tree was and like spiders and stuff, but it's finally cleared, and we've been talking about like stuff we want to plant. We could have planted stuff in the other part of the backyard, but Marcy will tear things out, so it needs to be in a section. This small piece of the backyard has a little fence, so she couldn't get into it. So I'm just really excited about that, having such a better day today. I didn't sleep very well last night. Okay, so my boyfriend and I went out to dinner. He had like gotten some tattoos done. This girl like came to our house and did them. And then he was like, I just really feel like going out to dinner. So we went out, we sat at the bar and had food, and it was really nice. And halfway through, I had like finished my margarita and the waiter came around, or the bartender came around, and I thought he was saying, are you good? So I was like, yeah, I'm good. No, he wanted to know if I wanted another drink, so he brought me a second one, and I tried to like call out to him. I was like, no, I messed up, I didn't mean that. And 2 drinks isn't that bad, you would think, but it's been like a year and a half since I've had more than just 1 drink. Like if I'm at home, I don't need more than 1 drink. I just kind of like sip on it casually. But I had 2 drinks last night and I was so like tipsy, and drinking makes me really tired. So we came home and I fell asleep for like an hour in bed, and then I woke up and was still kind of like feeling funky. So I just laid in bed and didn't do any reading or any knitting again. Like I said, I'm in the middle of A Reaper at the Gates. I've been keeping like all of my books in this case that says Agliombi Academy, or this book sleeve, and it's making me want to reread the Raven Cycle. It was just so good. I also follow this account on Twitter now who posts quotes from it, and the relationship between Blue and Gansey is just so incredibly sweet and almost like gut-wrenching because if you've read it, you know that Blue has been fated to kill whoever is her first kiss or like first love. So she's like, I can't be with you because you'll probably die. And I'm just missing those like vibes from that book. But I'm in the middle of A Reaper at the Gates. I am 272 pages. I believe there's 458, so I'm just over halfway, and I really just need to do some reading. Today is going to be like a really slow day. I do have a self-determination meeting in the afternoon that I will like have to focus on, but will probably knit through. But I don't have really anything to do today. I've already done what is needed of me. So I think I'm just gonna move my computer to the couch and do a little bit of reading because I desperately need to catch up. I'm scheduled to finish this today. And I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I think I'm like doing something wrong with the math because even though I was like trying to extend my reading into the 30th, I'm still coming out on the 29th with reading 111 pages. And I think it's because I don't stop like where I have to when it comes to the end of the books. I just continue on. So those like 35 pages at the end of the book that I come around each time, that would be what builds up to the 30th day, but I'm reading them just to like finish the book. So I think that that's what's happening, but I desperately need to do some reading today. I'm just loving how bright it is in here though, and I can't wait to start filming videos in here from my chair because now it means I don't need that light, but I might use it just for like extra. I'm just feeling really good today, and I'm hoping that this is going to continue. Still having trouble sleeping, but not in like an anxiety way. It's just like I go to lay down and I feel super tired, but I'm just like awake. Like I watched an hour ASMR video the other night and 2 episodes of Bob's Burgers, not watching the screen, just like noise in the background, had my eyes closed the entire time and still couldn't fall asleep. Same thing with last night, which is getting really, really frustrating because it's like I'm going to bed at an appropriate time and I'm just not falling asleep. So fingers crossed tonight is better. I only have to work tomorrow and then I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My boyfriend is going shooting on Sunday, so I'm basically gonna have 3 days to myself, and hopefully I can use that to catch up as well. So I'm gonna go and I will talk to you guys later. Good morning, happy Thursday. This is my Friday this week, which is so nice. I'm ready for the weekend. I don't know why my face looks so red compared to my neck. Anyways, I finished A Reaper at the Gates last night. I've got lots of tabs for it. I've really been enjoying tabbing recently. And I'm also putting sticky notes in, trying to find one. Just when I like have thoughts. I don't feel comfortable writing in my books, but I've been just putting sticky notes down here. Like this one says, yes, finally, I've waited 3 books for Elia Helene Alliance. I love their characters. This book focused a lot more on them. I believe the last one focused a lot on Helene as well, becoming the Blood Shriek and having to like deal with Marcus. But this one was much more like Lia and Helene, and I always think it's so wild how authors can write a book that has so many different like storylines going on at once and then they all converge at the end, and it's amazing and just fits so perfectly. I don't typically like multiple point of views. I tend to prefer one character's point of view more than the other, and then when I'm reading and I get to the character's point of view that I don't really like, I'm just kind of like blah 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 blah, and sometimes I'll put it down because I don't want to read their chapter, and then that causes me to like fall behind. But I felt like every single character's perspective that had a chapter was great. We had a few Nightbringer ones, but mostly like Elias, Lia, and Helene, and I would get to the end of a chapter and be like, oh, I just want to keep going, but then I would like immediately jump right back into Lia's perspective after a chapter with Elias. Each storyline was just strong enough that I didn't feel like I liked one more than the other. I was very, very invested. I was very, very invested in Helene's progress and her sort of like forming a little bit of a relationship with Harper, who is Elias's half-brother, and just like their dynamic. and I just really enjoyed it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was for the prompt Tower of Rumination, which was a 5-star prediction. This absolutely was. I loved it so much. The 4th book is out, but it's in hardback, and all of my like current books for this are in paperback, and it took 2 years for this one to come out in paperback, and I did wait for it. And when I read this, the first like 3 or 4 chapters, I was so confused about what was going on, who the Nightbringer was. I forgot that he was Keenan, what was going on with Elias, where Laia was, where Helene was. Like, it took me 5 or 6 chapters before I was like, okay, I'm starting to remember this. So while I was tabbing this, these orange tabs are like major key points, so that if it's a really long time before I read A Sky Beyond the Storm, then I can come back and kind of like read these sections and have a better understanding of where I was. But I think I'm probably going to purchase it as a ebook and read it soon, and just do my tabbing and like highlighting in there, and then when it comes out in paperback I will purchase it, because like I said, I think this took 2 years to come out in paperback, and if I wait 2 years before I read A Sky Beyond Storm, I'm just gonna have forgotten everything also. So I read this, 5 out of 5 stars. That's 5 books completed, and I am picking up Igniting Darkness by Robin Lefevre. I really love her writing. She also wrote a series, I think it's Theodosia. I read the first book when I was really young. My aunt bought it for me as a Christmas gift because she just thought that I looked like the main character on the book. And it was so good, and I read it so many times. And there's actually a TV series coming out about it, so I want to purchase the rest of the series. I don't even know where that first book is, so I need to buy like a whole new set. But I want to read it, and I read Courting Darkness last year, and I really enjoyed it. It is a little slow. I think there's like 100-something chapters, but each chapter is like 2 or 3 pages, and there are multiple perspectives. That word, multiple perspectives, always trips me up for some reason. But I really enjoyed it. It's about nuns who are assassins, and it was just really good. So I'm hoping I will enjoy this one as much as well. I should have it finished in like 4 or 5 days, and fingers crossed I can keep up with this one, but I am off for the next 3 days. So that means I can stay up later tonight and make sure I hit my goal, and just do a bit more reading to hopefully finish this a little earlier. So I'm gonna get back to work. I'm actually gonna have breakfast. and then I will get back to work. It's gonna be another slow day, so I might be moving to the couch later and starting on some of my reading. So I will update you guys later. Good morning, happy Saturday. I'm in the car. I'm going to go do some deliveries today, but I need to go get gas first. I haven't done deliveries in a while, just because like my boyfriend had been sick, and then trying to spend as much time as possible this month reading. But I want to buy a new camera. I like this one. It's a great like starter camera, but it's good, it's not great. I have a lot of trouble with like the focusing. I have to stop in the middle of filming all the time to like refocus. If I film at anything other than like super bright natural light like this, or when I'm sitting in front of the window in the second bedroom, then it's just super grainy. And I'm just really looking for something a little bit better. I've had this one for a year now. I've paid it off, and I just got an increase on my Best Buy debit card. So I want to buy a new one. And I can trade this one in to Best Buy and get credit, which is great. But I've been working on my credit, and I'm almost at a 700, and if I put down like $500 on my credit card all in one go, it's gonna really drop my credit score. So I want to save up the money first, put it on my credit card, and then pay it off all at once, because that will really help my credit score. I think that's from like what I've read and what I've been told. Credit scores are stupid and they make no sense, and I don't know why we have them, but that's the plan. So I'm gonna go do some deliveries to make some money for that camera. And also just because I haven't in a while, and it is a nice way to pad my paycheck, in my bank account, I should say. So I'm heading to get gas. I did do reading last night. I read my like 20 pages that I needed to from yesterday or from the day before, and then I read the pages that I needed to today. I needed to get to 220 and I only got to 218 because that's where like I ended a chapter, and I just didn't really want to start another chapter. Plus I looked at the next one and it was really long and I was super tired and it was really late, so I was like, it's fine, I'm only 2 pages behind. It's very interesting, but like I said, it's a little slow. It's a very like political. Okay, there was a homeless guy there who was like asking if he could clean people's windows, and I just get really nervous about stuff like that, and would feel really bad if I tell him no because I don't have any cash on me. So I'm going somewhere else, which is just a sign of how my anxiety works, basically. Like I was saying, the book is really political. The king has a regent, which is his older sister. Oh my goodness, why did we slow down so much for that? And so he's getting advice from her, he's getting advice from like his generals, from his bishops, from all of these people who feel like he should be listening to them, and it's also kind of like overriding his power. Every time he makes a decision, people just aren't sure, like, was that decision coming from you or was it coming from somebody else? Like, are you being influenced from somebody else? Can you not make your own decisions? So it's undermining his power, and he's kind of taking it out on one of our main characters, Genevieve, who is one of the assassins. She spilled the beans to him and told him about the covenant because she had gotten word from somebody else that it was being disbanded and the king was taking it apart, and she thought, okay, he kind of likes me. I'll do whatever I need to do to gain clemency for the covenant. And it turns out that was wrong, and now he's trying to protect her but also trying to disband the covenant. It's just a lot. I'm trying to like pay attention to driving. I'm at a light, but there are people who are looking at me. But I'm enjoying it. I'm going to go now, and I will update you guys later. Hello, happy Sunday. It is nighttime. I'm just coming on to close this out. I hit my goal for my pages yesterday, and I am working on hitting mine today. I'm supposed to be finishing the book, but it's like an extra 69 pages plus my 129, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. I might like read those 69 pages during lunch and then pick up Sisters of Sword and Song at night and do my 124 pages then, and those should be easier. Like I said, this one is really political. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, a lot of like scheming, but also a lot of like really funny sarcastic comments that I've been tabbing, and I'm still just really enjoying it. I went to Starbucks earlier and I read 89 pages, so I only have like 35 pages left to read for today. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll keep going, and maybe I won't have to read any of it tomorrow and I can just start on Sisters of Sword and Song. But I've been like pushing myself to do so much reading recently that I just kind of want to have some like personal me time, and I just took the wraps off from my nails and I want to file and buff them and put on some new ones. And I'm just going to take my time doing that, and whatever I have time for afterwards is what I'll have time for. So I'm going to close this out. Thank you so much for watching. This will be my 6th book. I've read 5 this month. That is so crazy, and I am so proud of myself. But like I said, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how many challenges you've gotten through, if you're participating in the magical readathon, and just how your month is going. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!